Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Allegiant Stadium sports special, along with John Treach, Kevin Martin, and Ron Futrell. I'm Chris Matthews. Appreciate you watching as we report on one of the most magnificent sports facilities ever built. The NFL's newest $2 billion stadium is home to the Las Vegas Raiders and UNLV Rebels. The 65,000-seat structure has been tabbed as the Death Star because of its unique design and color scheme. It is the newest and most impressive facility in the world. And for the next 30 minutes, you'll understand why this is a defining moment for the NFL and Las Vegas. There were upwards of 2,000 skilled construction workers on the job 6 days a week, making possible this fast track to completion. Something this size typically takes 32 months to complete. Allegiant Stadium will wrap up in just over 2 years. The planning and work behind the stadium started 4 years ago, and when you think about it, so much has happened in those 4 years. Las Vegas went from being the entertainment capital of the world to the sports and entertainment capital of the world.
The Raiders plan to contribute
The Raiders Stadium idea was born on April 28, 2016. Raiders owner Mark Davis promising his franchise will relocate to Las Vegas if the state would be willing to pay $750 million. He'd pick up the remaining $1.15 billion. 3 months later, a special legislative session had secured the money. Less than a year after that, NFL owners said yes.
It's great for our league. And the other thing is that I just can't wait to have these Dallas Cowboys coming in here and Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, and rolling down the field here in Las Vegas. That'll be a dream come true.
A glitzy groundbreaking ceremony was held on November 13, 2017, and work hasn't stopped since. What would emerge from that dry desert 62-acre plot of land would be a palatial palace and home for the Raiders and Rebels. Playing in a state-of-the-art structure will change the future face of Las Vegas forever. Every step of the 27-month building process is leading to a July 31st grand opening. Temporary occupancy permits will be in the hands of the owner and promoters by August 1st. This 65,000-seat stadium will host the biggest games in football, the Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, UNLV, and college bowl games. Along with other sporting events, it'll host unique stadium concerts and conventions. The only thing standing in the way of bringing a worldwide audience to this magnificent facility will be the invisible virus.
All right, the Raiders spared no expense. In fact, they threw millions more of their own money into the project to enhance the game day experience. From the seats to the suites, fans can view 3 huge video boards, and there's a 2-story, 85-foot porch standing next to 4 giant retractable lanai doors that will open, revealing a magnificent view of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. For those dedicated construction workers, this will be their lasting legacy.
This is like one of those jobs that, you know, you're just happy to be part of. For me, it's going to be a legacy. Yeah, I mean, I really look forward one day bringing my grandkids here and spending time with them and letting them know how much of a part we were to get this done.
All right, Allegiant Stadium will host the biggest football games, and it doesn't end there. As we mentioned, it will host many other huge stadium events. Kevin Martin joins us with more on how this facility is the new centerpiece for the entertainment capital of the world. Hey, Kevin.
Chris, what happens when you build a world-class stadium in the entertainment capital of the world? Well, we're about to find out as Allegiant Stadium will become a premier location to host some of the biggest events in the world.
When we wrote the law, it says that it is required to be a premier world-class stadium.
That world-class stadium is, of course, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders, but it will be used to host many other big-time events.
Particularly important was a provision that's in the operating agreement for Allegiant Stadium that says that the Raiders, the operator of the stadium, is required to maximize the utility of the stadium.
Those events will consist of concerts, corporate functions, conventions, top-tier international soccer matches, NCAA basketball and football championships. You name it, Allegiant Stadium can and will host it, which is something that eluded Vegas in the past.
We are the entertainment capital of the world, but there were events that we could not hold. And, you know, this gives us an opportunity to have the biggest events in the country roll through here.
And bigger events means the bigger the draw. Not to mention more jobs, which ultimately equates to a positive impact on our local economy.
The people that will ultimately attend events at the stadium are going to be non-resident consumers. And look, I mean, there's no doubt about it that butts and seats ultimately translated into heads and beds. And that's jobs for us here in Southern Nevada.
Some pretty exciting things on the horizon inside Allegiant Stadium, that's for sure. Now, earlier this month, the Raiders had a special surprise visitor. Ron Futrell is here now with the details.
Indeed, Kevin. It was the second week of July, and the Raiders had just installed their monster video screens, and, well, we'll let them tell you who showed up.
They told us to show up at 9 a.m. to see a message from the Raiders.
Hey, this is John Gruden here with the Raiders. I just had a couple thoughts. I'm working on my game plan, but I just have to tell you, the stadium looks freaking awesome. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I just want to congratulate all you workers for an incredible accomplishment during adversity.
Yes, indeed. You got to try out those video screens to make sure they're working properly, and they were. Nice touch for John Gruden to surprise them with a show of support for what they're building here in Las Vegas. John?
That's right. Yeah, this stadium. Yeah, let's talk about 81-year-old sportscaster Brent Musburger may have the record for most stadiums visited. 6 decades of delivering words to pictures has painted a Hall of Fame perspective. Now, in the twilight of his career, he'll get to highlight the action at Allegiant Stadium.
Brent Musburger has seen some things. From Broadway Joe to Joe Cool. From the home run king to the president. It's quite the compliment when you count this commentator impressed.
It's a palace. It's going to be great for concerts. It is built along the lines of the stadium in Minneapolis that the Vikings play in, which means it's more of a vertical stadium. So there's not really a bad seat in the house.
The U.S. Bank Stadium comparison would be ideal. It speaks volumes, almost as loud as a Twin Cities Sunday.
It was amazing, the sound and how difficult it was for Derek Carr and the Raider offense to use audibles. And they were frequently, he would run down the line to tell one of the tackles what he was changing up to. It made a huge difference.
Allegiant Stadium is guaranteed to make an impact. It'll be many people's maiden voyage to an NFL venue. And that will be a memory burned in the mind of a sports fan forever.
The original stadium, where I saw an NFL game, believe it or not, was Wrigley Field in Chicago. I was sent out to cover the Chicago Bears. The Bears practiced, trained, and played their games in Wrigley Field after the baseball season ended. It ran from home plate out to the left field wall. Okay, the ivy out there. You had a very short run out if you were at the back of the end zone.
Game day will be a glorious day for this city.
I think it's going to become a huge attraction as we rebuild Las Vegas in the years ahead.
Some may say he's seen everything. Well, not just yet. Chris?
All right, thanks, John. From broadcasters to world-class entertainers on the stage and on the field, there isn't a more impressive address than the one attached to the desert destination. Raiders have bounced up and down the California coast playing in old, tired facilities for decades, but now they have keys to a mansion. Kevin E. Martin is back with more on what this will mean to the men who laid the Raiders' foundation and those who are building its future.
Yeah, Chris, when you talk to Raiders, both past and present, they can't wait to turn those keys and begin a new era of silver and black football inside that so-called mansion.
I can't find the words out. I mean, it's just amazing.
Former Raider great Marcus Allen was at a loss of words when he saw Allegiant Stadium in person for the first time.
I think they, just paid attention to every single detail. I mean, it was designed by football people.
While the Hall of Famer will only have the pleasure of watching the silver and black play in the $2 billion palace in the desert, defensive end Max Crosby, who is coming off a breakout rookie campaign, can't wait to continue his Raider career at Allegiant Stadium.
It's next level. It's different. It definitely has a twist of Las Vegas to it.
And Max says the stadium will have an impact on this storied franchise in more ways than one.
It's going to be a game changer. I think people are going to definitely want to come to Vegas and play with us. Help us take that next step and where we want to go. We obviously want to keep winning, but obviously having the best stadium, the best team, and all that all goes hand in hand. So we just want to keep taking over and leveling up any way we can.
Raiders past and present agree that football fans are in for a real treat.
Fans will thoroughly enjoy it. There's not a bad seat in the house.
I can't wait till all the fans get to get in that thing and get it rocking.
While there's still some uncertainty on when exactly that might be, Marcus Allen is still holding out hope that we'll see Raiders fans inside the stadium this season.
I'm optimistic everything's going to work out. Our fans will be here. That's just how I think. I'm a positive thinker and stuff. And when you build a stadium like this, I mean, this is a force of nature. Nothing's going to stand in its way.
It's been a long journey to get the stadium to the point it is today. Now Ron Futrell joins us again. He takes us back to a day when Allegiant Stadium had a rather distinguished visitor. Ron?
They did indeed. This was interesting, Kevin. It was early December of last year. The stadium was really starting to take shape, and the commissioner stopped by. Roger Goodell paid a visit and was impressed by what he saw. He played a major role in moving the Raiders to Las Vegas. He's also been a major player in changing the league's attitude towards Las Vegas, mainly because of gambling. Not long ago, the NFL wanted nothing to do with the city. Now the Raiders are here, and there's even talk of a Super Bowl coming to Allegiant Stadium.
I expect it's going to be a Super Bowl city. The stadium is obviously a jewel that will be part of that, but so is the city. And that's a big part of the experience that people want to enjoy when they come to the Super Bowl. They're not just coming to a game anymore, they're coming in days of events, and this city has that.
Now, Super Bowls have been scheduled through the year 2023. So expect one to be here in Las Vegas around the middle of this decade. Chris, it might be a little early to start booking rooms, but it's coming, as we all know.
All right, thanks, Ron. Hey, still in on the show, what about the company that is lucky enough to put its name lit up on this building? Also, this will be home to the UNLV Rebels, and that's already a game changer. More next.
8 News Now, the Valley's sports leader. We're building the biggest news operation in the country. 5,500 journalists across the U.S. to deliver you news, not talk. Facts, not opinions. News Nation, coming September 1st to WGN America. Your news, your nation.
Dollar Loan Center is here for real people with real credit issues. Banks judge you by your score. We're looking for good customers who we can help get back on track. We even report favorable to your report if you pay on time.
Times are becoming more difficult. The virus has impacted the finances of millions of Americans. There's no better time than now to save money on energy costs. At AAA Certified Solar, we are here to assist you through this difficult time. Renewable energy is the simplest way to save money and get ahead. You may be looking for answers. Give us a call today. We are here for you at AAA Certified Solar, where our #1 job is to bring you value. Call us today.
AAA Home Insurance is about the people inside and making sure they have everything they need, like replacement coverage and savings when you bundle auto and home. AAA. AAA Auto Insurance is about the people inside the car and making sure they have everything they need, like a AAA membership with roadside assistance, local agents, and nationwide auto repair experts. AAA.
Lerner & Rowe has helped tens of thousands of people get their lives back on track. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
We can double your closet space. Turn your garage into a neater place. Now you can rearrange your office the way that you should. Yeah. You never knew organizing could feel so good. 1-888-45-Closet.
Get 50% off, free installation, and 18 months free financing. Call now.
If you need your loan for just a few days, Dollar Loan Center is here for you. 3 days, 6 days, 18 days, whatever it is. We only charge you for how long you need your money. It's that simple.
And welcome back. When the doors finally swing open on that new facility, boy, it will wow many fans. And all that is going to be exciting. But what about in Henderson, another impressive facility? John Treach has more.
That's right. Allegiant Stadium will showcase just a fraction of Raiders football 365 days a year. The Intermountain Healthcare Performance Center in Henderson will serve as the silver and black headquarters. The $75 million multi-dimensional facility will be home to all things Raider operations. Management, sales, and support staff will be in the 3-story office complex. But for the players, this is where the famed commitment to excellence brews. There is a 150,000 square foot field house that will house 1.5 indoor football fields, and that's just on the inside. There are 3 fields and a 50,000 square foot performance center. It's comfortable, competitive, and complete.
This is special, not only for our team, but for you look at the people that live here, the people that work here. You know, just going to the gas station, everyone's like, you're in our gas station. You know, it's like, yeah, well, I'm going to live here, you know.
It's an exciting time for the city, for the players, everyone involved, so we're looking forward to it.
It's a citywide effort, Chris.
All right, thank you very much, John. Hey, when the UNLV Rebels kick off their season in 2020, it'll be in this brand new facility. Rebels were part of the deal to bring the Raiders and build a stadium. Without the university, none of this happens. By law, UNLV was included in the project, so naturally the Rebels are thrilled. On every recruiting home visit, new coach Marcus Arroyo brings his kids to Allegiant Stadium, allowing those recruits to get a glimpse of his vision. And when you think of all the facilities, UNLV should become a team to watch in the Mountain West Conference.
And this stadium represents momentum. It's the catalyst for this great momentum we have at UNLV football. You couple this with the Fertitta football complex, our top recruiting class, and the energy and the preparation that Coach Arroyo and his team are bringing, it's going to be an exciting time for UNLV football.
All right, certainly a still hit on the show now. Thoughts behind the naming rights of that $2 billion stadium. Plus, Rebels' greatest football alum will be spending time in the new facility, not coaching or preaching. That story's next.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Imagine waking up to a new, beautifully remodeled bathroom. It's clean, modern, and the perfect place to get your day started. Now imagine that bathroom was installed in just one day. Reborn Bath Solutions can transform your dated, worn, and unsafe bath or shower in as little as one day. We've added extra safety measures and contact-free installation to keep you safe.
Hi, I'm Vince Nardo, president of Reborn Bath Solutions. For a limited time, we're waiving all installation costs, and you'll make no payments and pay no interest for 2 full years on a brand new bath or shower.
Well, Vince, that's the best deal we've ever offered. Let Reborn Bath Solutions transform your bathroom in just one day with our no-contact installation. Call 888-2REBORN for a free consultation. Team Reborn is here to help make your time at home a little more comfortable with a brand new bath or shower.
Call now. Get $0 down, 0 installation cost, and no payments for 2 full years.
888-2REBORN. 888-2REBORN.
In these challenging times, delivering with dignity is helping the Valley's most vulnerable. With the generosity of our donors and 150 volunteers every week, our food heroes have delivered tens of thousands of meals while keeping small businesses open.
When everyone does a little, it is amazing what we can do as a community.
It's more than just food on the table. Delivering with dignity symbolizes hope in a time of fear. To volunteer or donate, visit deliveringwithdivnitylv.org.
Welcome to Johnny Legends Mitsubishi. And this is our newly redesigned 2020 Outlander Sport.
Isn't that Ultimate Fighter Francis Ngannou?
Oh, yeah. That's our complaint department manager.
You won't complain about these knockout deals. Mitsubishi Outlander Sport starting at $19,990. Or the Mitsubishi Mirage from just $10,990. Plus, we're offering 0% interest for 72 months. Only at Johnny Legends Mitsubishi on South Decatur near Sunset.
Well, welcome back to the show. Ron Futrell caught up with Allegiant Airlines, who hit the jackpot in Vegas with their signage on the walls and roof of this building.
Yeah, Chris, companies pay hundreds of millions of dollars to put their names on sports arenas. In this case, Forbes puts the price at about $20 million a year for 30 years. Nobody's confirming those numbers, but Allegiant Air feels it's worth every penny.
When the NFL asks fans, what one city would you be most likely to follow your team to see play? Las Vegas won by a landslide. 75 million fans said, I want to go see my team play in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and why not Las Vegas? When the NFL opens up to fans once again, Allegiant says it will be there.
What we've chose to do is really focus on how good it will be when that torch is lit, when we fans can come together again in a safe environment, and we believe Allegiant Stadium and our relationship with the Las Vegas Raiders will be a key part of recovery for our community.
Now, nobody knows when that time will come, but when it does, it's going to be fun.
You have the best across every sports venue packed into one, and I'm going to tell you, the cameras are going to have fun during commercial breaks or during timeouts, showing all the great things this stadium has to offer.
All right, it should be interesting to see what it's going to be like when fans are finally allowed in Allegiant Stadium. Chris?
That's right, Ron. And when fans are allowed inside, they will be impressed. The ribbon lighting and huge LED screens will capture all the biggest moments on the field or the stage. There is nothing better on the market right now. And speaking of lights, one person who really lit up the field is former Rebel and NFL Pro Bowler Randall Cunningham. UNLV's most accomplished football player will have a new calling with the Raiders. Right, John?
That's right. Randall is Las Vegas football royalty. The iconic quarterback is the most famous UNLV Rebel in history. He can hardly believe how much the city has grown since the early 80s, but that hasn't stopped him from cherishing the success. Randall has done everything in Las Vegas, played, coached in high school, and opened a church. This season, he will become the Raiders team chaplain. Back in his day, players didn't have a prayer at stepping foot in the palatial stadium. The best venue Southern Nevada could offer was the Silver Bowl. Now he gets to join his former coach, John Gruden, and an unthinkably great cathedral.
Our stadium, which was the Silver Bowl for the Rebels, the UNLV Rebels, is out in the desert. It was in the middle of nowhere. And when you look at it now on the Strip, I mean, right on the freeway, everyone who goes through Las Vegas sees that black stadium over there. And it's a beautiful thing. I've stayed in contact with Coach Gruden. We're both the same age. You know, when he got to Philadelphia, I was looking like 30-something, and he was looking like 22. When I heard that they were coming here, I called him. I said, hey, brother, you don't have to call anybody in Las Vegas. I will put you in contact with the right people who will look after you and not take advantage of you. Now he's saying, well, if you did that, take care of my boys, too. Look after the guys, you know, spiritually feed them.
He's a guy you want on your team. Chris?
Thanks, John. Still hit on the show. One thing this new $2 billion stadium will do is leave an impression. Coming up next, those impressions are already being told in cities and markets around the world. Final thoughts and impressions coming up next.
At Nevada State Bank, we believe it's about who it happens with. The people who are there for I Do and for Welcome Home. The people who are there for your growing business. And the ones who are there for a lifetime. For every moment of life's journey, the people of Nevada State Bank are here for you. Because it matters who you spend life's moments with. And it matters who you bank with. Nevada State Bank.
All right, the Raiders, Rebels in Las Vegas can't wait for this building to become a functioning part of the landscape. Allegiant Stadium will be iconic in the world of stadiums. It'll certainly leave an impression. Nobody can look at this building and not come away impressed.
My first impression of Allegiant Stadium, well, it's huge. You can't miss it. But it's also sleek. It's modern. It's what an NFL stadium, a brand new one, should look like. And it fits Vegas. Also, it fits the Raiders brand.
I'm David Pingalore here in Los Angeles. As for that brand new stadium, yes, it's the black hole in the desert, and it's going to be very vicious to play in.
When I see Allegiant Stadium, first thing I think, spaceship. It looked like Darth Vader came down to Las Vegas and embarked and planted his space shuttle right down there, and that's where Chucky gets to call home, and how fitting is that? I can't wait to see a game be played there.
Well, I think Dorothy Gale of The Wizard of Oz said it best. There's no place like home, and it looks like the Raiders have a good one.
Oh, if you thought downtown Vegas was filled with Hawaii residents, just wait until they open the doors of Allegiant Stadium. They don't call it the ninth island for nothing. Shakas, Hawaiian flags will be well represented in that football paradise.
All right, thanks, guys. That is a wrap. Hopefully everybody watching right now will have a chance to someday step inside the Death Star, because who knows what magical moments will unfold. Of all the casinos and other structures built in Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium is now the most important ever built in the sports and entertainment capital of the world. For John Treach, Kevin Martin, Ron Futrell, I'm Chris Matthews. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, everybody.